Welcome once again to Snack in a Movie, and I have Madison Thomas here in the hot seat. And girl, I've heard word about you, a lot of buzz about you, that you are insane with making movies.
Well, you know what? I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and I got a great team behind me, and a great team that allows me to make work at the rate I do. And we got a lot of stories to tell. We got way more coming.
Oh, well, we can hardly wait. And I mean, I've seen a few of your films, and I love it because you have this energy, but the ones that I've seen have dealt with young people and some of their issues. And it's really nice, I think, to be able to see these types of movies. And you add the entertainment value, but there's also a message behind it.
It's always been the way I was taught about storytelling, and I'm a Métis woman, and so I grew up with storytelling all around me, whether it was the traditional tales or just my parents talking with their friends. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, so it was a lot of sitting around the table, just sharing and enjoying each other's company. And so a lot of that storytelling comes from that background. And I always think that stories should have a message. They should have something to say. Your concept can be abstract, but at the end, the audience should walk away knowing that message.
Well, it's curious too, a young woman here in Winnipeg making films. What is the environment like for you right now?
Honestly, the environment here is incredibly supportive compared to many other industries that I've either worked at or studied at. There's a lot of female filmmakers here in Winnipeg compared to other industries that I've been to, and that I've been lucky enough to be mentored by a lot of the older generation, and they're kind of passing down the skills and the opportunities to me, and they're very supportive that way. And we see that with the men as well here. Yeah. There's not really that whole, oh, women can't work in film, oh, women can't do this crew position, because we've proved it.
Yeah. So I guess along the way, Madison, you worked and been mentored by some of the top people in the community. What have they given you, and how have you kind of incorporated into your Madison Thomas movies?
Honestly, just the opportunity to work with them. I got to work on H&G, which was a feature film that was filmed here a couple of years ago with Danishka Esterhazy and Rebecca Gibson and Ashley Hurt, and who are three fantastic female filmmakers. And I just got to work on their crew and kind of watch how they directed and how they produced and how they treated their crew and their actors with such respect. And I find it's the best way to learn as a director is you watch other directors work, you take what they like, what you like that they do, and you apply it to your own style. And then that slowly, as you follow more and more people and as you learn more and more things, your style kind of grows into its own thing.
Okay, so we are going to now go into a movie that we're going to watch called Fleeting Encounters. So a little bit of a story without giving too much away. Yep. And this is one of your earlier films, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I made the Fleeting Encounters, I believe, 2.5 years ago. It was one of Prairie Kid Productions' first film, which is the company I own with Andrew Latentian, who's an amazing local cinematographer and one of my best friends. And it's this story that was very much inspired by, I go backpacking a lot, I go traveling a lot. Yeah. And I usually use it to write. But when you're traveling, you meet the most interesting people, and it has these long-lasting effects on you. You meet someone, and you maybe know them for like 3 days total, and then you might never see them again. But they've made such an impact on your life and a lasting impact on your life. So I kind of worked in the story based on that. I also really wanted to write a story where the main character was not your, typical outgoing, talkative girl. She was kind of this very reserved, in a lot of ways strange but very endearing kind of character, and she gets a surprise from a university friend that she thought she'd never see again.
Wow. Okay, so this is movie and snack. So what in the world is this?
These are called live wires. They're basically pure sugar and have zero nutritional value. Because I figure if you're gonna, have bad for you movie snacks, go hard or go home.
Okay. Well, we are now going to watch Fleeting Encounters. Oh, you're right.
Right?
This is my apartment. I've lived here for 16 months, 4 days. Rent is exactly 2% higher than estimated. I don't really mind. I spend an average of 6 hours a day working on my music. 5 neighbors have moved out in the last 7 months. I expect there may be a correlation. I have 2 degrees, one with 2 majors and a minor, and one with a major and 2 minors. I, in the classical sense, use neither. I have 3 people I consider friends. In my opinion, friends should not be collected like objects. I have never felt the need for more. Stevie, the barista at the place down the street. Mrs. Johnson, my deaf upstairs neighbor. And Billy. Yeah. To maintain a healthy sleep schedule, I try to go to sleep at approximately the same time each night. This is usually met with very little disturbance.
Hey.
Hi. Daisy had been in exactly 2.5 of my first year university courses.
I really would consider
I say 0.5 because she dropped intro theater after her first monologue performance, which was aimed at her boyfriend who had just cheated on her. It involved firecrackers. Besides a grand total of 16 minutes of small talk in our 2.5 classes together, me and Daisy had only actually spoken once. At the 17th party I had ever attended, she sat on the stairs outside with me while she smoked, and I waited for the world to stop spinning. It was a nice talk.
Can I stay here a couple days?
Like 2 days?
Maybe 3?
Yeah, sure. It's been a year and 2 months since I had someone stay at my apartment. I may be out of practice hosting, but to be fair, it's been 3 years since I spoke to Daisy. She left the city 2 days after the end of our first year. So, what brings you back into the city?
Nothing really. Well, one thing actually, but it's not important.
Okay. While 3 friends is not a maximum number, I do not think Daisy is a strong contender for a 4th. Need some water?
No thanks.
Is everything okay, Daisy?
Yep.
Are you lying?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Hey. Do you want to go play guitar on the roof while I throw all my worldly possessions off?
Sure. Daisy stayed for 3 days just like she said. 5 days after that, she died on the 6th floor of the second best hospital in the city. I've always liked numbers. I remember when me and Daisy talked at the party, she told me her favorite number is 18. My drunk blackout hit 4 minutes after she told me that, so I don't remember why it was her favorite number. When I looked in our yearbook, though, a couple days after the funeral, I realized I was 18 pictures away from her on the 12th page. Billy was supposed to be my third current friend, not my second boyfriend. 17 novels I had read plots involved seemingly unrelated interactions leading to rash decisions. Perhaps Daisy's Stay With Me had been one of these. Billy has written 56 songs since the 7th grade. I admire this greatly. We are working on our first collaboration. I have titled the song Daisy. I spent little time with Daisy. I would hardly call us friends. I expect I will not grieve at any percentage near her family. Stevie called our time together a fleeting encounter. If you think about it though, our entire lives are made up of fleeting encounters. So perhaps they hold more significance than we would allow them. I don't know why she would choose her life's last interaction this way. Maybe she thought I'd be the one person to understand her numbered method of choosing. Or maybe she was just that lonely. But regardless, I'm happy I was number 18.
Well, that just made me feel good. Plus all the sugar. Thank
Yes.
you, Madison. So that was Fleeting Encounters. And the budget for this movie, what was that like?
Big old goose egg. Zero money involved in this. This was a total passion project. I wrote the script, I showed it to my team, they loved it, they realized it's a very cheap, easy film to do, and we put out the call for volunteer actors, and we got it, so.
Wow, and interesting story about casting the lead?
Yes, so the lead in this film is Jennifer Garcia, who did a fantastic job at this film, and the funny thing about the casting was she applied with her headshot and resume, and I'd worked with Jen before on various films, and she was great to work with and a very good friend, but I just didn't feel like she was right for the part. She's very, very bubbly, she's very over the top in the best way possible. She's a musical theater actress, so I was like, okay, I'll see her because she's done great work for me before, and you know, I always want to give people a chance to audition. And she came in with this exact character and just blew us out of the water. We didn't think she could go there, we didn't think she could put out that kind of energy, and she had clearly done a lot of preparation for the role, and so yeah, we kind of decided right after her that she was our Heather.
Oh, well, that's so good to happen. And now, take you to the present. You just finished a TV series.
Yeah, I had the honor for the last 10 months to be working on a TV series called Taken, being produced by Eagle Vision Productions. I worked in various departments and was very, very busy over 10 months, but it's a docudrama series that deals with missing and murdered Indigenous women across Canada.
Wow.
So a very, very important story, and a lot of times we're telling stories that have not been told before.
Incredible. And the summer, what's in store for you?
Well, we're looking at our next feature film. Our first feature film was called This Is Why We Fight, which is available on VHX if you look it up online to buy. And we loved our first feature, but we're ready to tackle another one. So we got 2 scripts in the work. We're going to see which one gets the trigger pulled first. But we'll see which one the team votes for.
Oh my goodness, you have so much energy. Quickly though, words of advice for young female photographers, filmmakers, actresses out there?
Get out there, make movies. It doesn't matter your budget, it doesn't matter your team. The team will come to you as you make it, but you gotta get out there and do it. You can go to film school till your face turns blue, but until you get out onto a set and start working with real actors, you're not gonna progress as a filmmaker. It's okay that your first film is not gonna be the Oscar winner, it's a step towards the Oscar winner.
Wow, words of wisdom from such a young woman. And it's just proof that there's so much talent right here in Winnipeg. We love all of you guys. Keep on making movies and keep on entertaining us. Thank you so much, Madison.
Thank you, Tracy.
Coming up, it's music by the Noasad Quintet.